Welcome back to Scale Model Review. This time we're going to do a 148 Italeri 148 Hurricane MK.I. I bought this model because my wife's grandfather was obviously around. He's 90 years old, so he was around during World War II, and this was his favourite plane that he saw a lot of apparently. So I thought, instead of the obligatory bottle of wine, bottle of whiskey for his birthday, I thought I'd build him up this with a nice diorama and everything, with maybe you know, for his birthday. So just something different. I thought he'd enjoy it. He used to build scale models, wooden scale models, when he was a lot younger. So obviously can't do it now, but so I think he might appreciate this. Anyway, quick picture of the box. Okay. Inside, this does say on the cover that it's 100% new moulds. There's decals for 6 different versions of the plane, and everything else. So nice little bit of box art. Inside we have the instruction manual, which, looking at it, you've got call outs for the sprues. Built up quite nicely by the looks of it. The paint call outs are in Model Master and Italeri acrylics, which I don't think you can get in this country at the moment, though I do believe from what I understand they are starting to filter in. But neither of these I use, so out come the conversion charts. There is only 8 colours there, and that's if you're, and it's for 6 different schemes. So really, I would imagine that the blues and the greens, the greys and the green, the browns and the greens are going to be the same as the Spitfire, which I've just done recently. So I can't imagine there being too much difference with that. Plus the belly is going to be the same colour as well. So I think they're going to be quite simple to convert. The way the bottom, the instructions build up, it tells you to paint where you need to. Looking at the picture of the engine and the cockpit, it looks like there's quite a decent amount of detail in there actually. We'll have a look on when we get to the picture on the sprue. But if so, that looks like quite a nice engine. But as it builds up quite intelligently, as they normally do, they're saying put the wheels on now and all this sort of stuff, which obviously most people do leave the wheels till last. But it looks like it's a nice easy build, builds up quite quickly. Colour schemes again, you should know by now, my bugbear is colour details on instructions, just to give you an idea and an inkling of what we've got. Because when they're black and white like that, you can't really tell, but there's 242 Squadron, 151 Squadron, 605 Squadron. Those are all the British English planes. And then you've got the 303 Squadron, is another one. You've got the Maltese version, which looks a bit different. Okay, and an Irish Corps, First Fighter Squadron from Ireland, which is a bit different as well. So that's the instructions, nice, basic and simple. Let's have a look at the sprues. Right, this is all has come out loosely. I had a quick look through this because I thought I found quite a few rattly bits earlier. But the sprues themselves, having a look at the there's a little bit of flash on around the props and everything. What is nice is you guys will know now that I love weighted tyres. I think it's really important that most kits have weighted tyres these days. I don't really see the reason why they don't do it, because I haven't seen a plane that sits on a runway yet with solid walled tyres. So that's a nice little touch, and as it should be. Everything else, the engraving looks nice. Level of detail is okay on those 2 little sprues. The glass is nice and clear. It's a little bit thick on the thick side, but it's nice and clear. Another thing that I like with this is the way that where the canopy frame is, as you can see, it's slightly frosted, which means the paint will grip to it a lot better, and it gives a definite edge for when you're cutting your mask around the edge of the glass. So that's quite nice. It's a nice touch again. Main sprues at the fuselage here. There's a nice level of detail on there. It's got this stretched look to the the plastic, as you can see there. That's like a wooden effect, I would imagine. The level of detail, the engine is excellent. Wow, that is really good. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can pick this up, but the level of detail on that engine is really very good. And up here as well. I think that with the level of detail that good on the engine, I think it's definitely worth having the cover open. I'm going to do a diorama with this, so maybe having it in a field with the pilot just checking his engine because he's had a quick landing or something like that might be quite nice. But there's definitely a lot of work can go into that engine. That'll come up lovely. The engraving is nice and fine for a 148, obviously, which it should be. There's some raised detail, very tiny bits of raised detail on there, but most of it is recessed, and it all looks very good. I mean, there's a nice level of detail on that. Some of it's a bit soft. It's not really clean, crisp like some of the kits we've done recently, but there's some a nice lot of riveting on the belly and the wings. You think how the Hurricane was then. So it'll build up. So I think that'll build up quite nicely. I have seen one of these finished on a forum recently, and it looked absolutely spot on. Lovely faded colours as well. We've done really well on it. A little bit of photo etch. I know it's like Christmas when you get a little bit of photo etch in a box. As you can see there, it's just the cockpit bezels and the seat belts. So very basic. There's actually some handles for the canopy on there as well, which is a nice little touch. A bit different. We've also got the decals, which seem to be all in register. They're a little bit shiny, but not too much, not overly so. I think you've got some cockpit decals there, which are nice and coloured. So obviously the photo etch will go over that, which is nice. But as you can see, nice, good quality decals, all in good order. I do like this little one here, the ass kicker. I think I'll go with that one. So whichever plane that is, I think I'll do. I would like to do the Maltese version, but because it's a present for someone, I can't do that because you wouldn't know that version. What is nice in here is the photographic reference manual. Now this is it's a 36 page booklet, which goes through the history of the Hurricane, all the marks from Mark 1 to I think it's 12A. Yeah, so 12A gives you some black and white photos of what they're, obviously back in the day. On the catapults, HMS Victorious. There's a lot of reference photos, colour reference photos in here, which is very good. Now this goes on all the way through the book, but they are good, but they're all of a plane that's sitting in a museum. So there's extreme minimal weathering. Obviously it's been painted and restored and everything, so you don't get the real feel for it, but there's some nice reference photos. You can have a look and you can see actually exactly what it was like, and these go on for pages and pages and pages of this. Lots of cutaways and cross sections there's of the tails all the way through the booklet as well, which is nice. That's an especially good picture. I like that. You can see how it's built up, how it's manufactured, how it's put together, how it's held together. As I say, that goes on for each section all the way through the little booklet. Something like this, I think, really adds to the experience of building the model. I mean, you get a much better feel, a better sense of history for it, and some good cockpit shots there as well. So that's nice and weathered, so you can get a good feel for how the cockpit was, where all the colours were and everything. Obviously not that extension cable. But yeah, sidewalls of the cockpit as well. So overall, very interesting little book. At the back, finally, we've got some colour in our colour schemes, as you can see. The Irish one's quite funky, but I mean the one I really like is that one, which is the Maltese one. But unfortunately, if I like the kit and it builds up well, I think I'll buy another one and do that just for myself. But overall, I think for the price, which wasn't too much really for what it is, you think you get the little bits of extras in there. You get 6 decal sheets, 6 different configurations, which is rare on a off-the-shelf box. Usually have to go aftermarket for that sort of thing. A little bit of photo etch, and the level of detail on the engine's excellent. I've got to say, I was really impressed with that. really good nick. Everything else is reasonably good. As I say, there's a little bit of flash here and there, but not too much to write home about. Nothing like a little sanding stick can't get rid of. But overall, I think that's a nice little kit, and I'm looking forward to getting that one done and ready for the grandfather-in-law, and hopefully he'll appreciate it. I'm sure he will. He's such a gent as well. So that's it. If you've enjoyed the review, please subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.